Not that Penny really, I think, needs help in that department.
Mm-hmm.
But Rick is somebody that he'd kind of been going up in a couple of battles recruitment-wise when you think about ACOD and then Sharp that had hit the portal last year, but Rick got him to stay. Which, rumors of this started swirling, and shout out to Leon Taylor. I think he had it first. People started thinking, hey, if Rick's coming, maybe you get a Sharp to commit. But right before it was officially announced, Sharp committed to Ole Miss, Chris Beard down there in Oxford. So we'll see if that's something that, if he stays true to that commitment, or if Penny and old Rick are able to get him to come 60 miles north to the Big M. And then, hey, you look at you hear me out here. You throw Sharp and Vanover in that front court.
Eesh.
The Twin Towers back there. You talk about two boys over 7 foot. I don't mean, you may not give up double-digit points at all. I'm
Ever?
talking like, yeah. Who's scoring on those dudes?
I mean,
Not me. That's like watching people try to play the ribs at the Grizzlies game. I mean, you're just not scoring.
that's probably true. That would be pretty wild. I don't know if you could afford to do that. I mean, it would just be like a pick and roll nightmare, but
yeah. No, but to your point, love the hire. Love having another former ex head coach. Won a lot of ball games. Coached a lot of good ball players. And like we said, he's been able to get guys even at places like Western Kentucky and State, which aren't. I mean, they're good basketball programs, but they're not like any of the top teams you think of when you think of college basketball by any means. So, yeah, I mean, you talk about Rick, you talk about Frank Haith, you talk about Larry Brown, you talk about Sam Mitchell. I mean, Benny's building staff.
so does it worry you at all that we're talking about how Stansbury, is able to grab these talented players, but he hasn't won anything? Does that kind of concern you at all?
No, because he's not the old HC, Tej. Now all he's got to do is get boys here, and then Penny coaches them up.
Is that it though? You think that's just where the buck stops?
Look, I mean, he did well in the SEC. He won a Conference USA regular season title. He's obviously, we already talked about it. He's 450 victories, 250 losses. Like, he can coach some ball. And again, he's not the head honcho, so I think he'll have some ideas that, Penny will either implement or he won't implement, and we'll go from there. But I'm not terribly worried about his inability to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament and then join our staff as an assistant by any means. I got trust in what Penny's doing.
No, I mean,
I think he knows what he's building.
Like 2 years ago, I went ahead and made that decision just to stop doubting the guy because he always finds.
I want to say that was maybe like 10 months ago.
No, it wasn't. I'm on the record, dude. You can find tweets.
All right,
You dork.
I'll have to double check.